That's why we're here, I suppose.
Well, yeah, we're all turning in. Just I had a bit of news.
Though. Weren't we to getting you on, man? On the show on the Thursday. Go on.
I had a bit of news this evening. A bit of news, with the situation with my mother-in-law.
Yeah, which was a terrible thing, wasn't it? That Christ Almighty, yeah.
Well, apart from yourself, no other outlet had touched it. They took interest, they faded away. No one gave a shit. The Daily Mail have run with ours and several other family stories today. So finally, that's 2 outlets that are covering. Hopefully, it'll bring it to light. It's just nice to be doing something proactive, getting on the front foot.
When we get past the point where we're paying national insurance and paying income tax, they want us to just fucking die and be quick about it. Useless eaters, I don't know who coined the term or the phrase. I don't know where it came from, but it's bang on. It's on the money. It's thick. I won't go into it. Look, it's your show. I'm happy to be here. I'll do whatever you want. I'll do wheels.
You know how it works on this show, Richie. We talk.
Look, Liverpool Care Pathway, all this stuff is all true. It's horrible stuff, this. And when you were telling me that last week about your wife's mum, your mother-in-law, it was horrendous. But I remember reading stuff about the Liverpool Care Pathway and what they wanted to do with people when they got past a certain age. And none of it surprised me. It doesn't mean that I'm an expert. I mean, I know fuck all, really. I only know the things I've heard on the shows I've done over the years, some of which are true, some of which are not. But yeah, that's rotten. That it's probably still going on. And you, of course, being associated with Live Leak, which is huge. And I say that when you're on the show with me, I don't say that to big you up or to fucking, to lick your rosebud. I say that because it's true, and that should be big news for the Mail, the Guardian, for the Independent. They should say, Christ, wow, nobody will go and see this lady. They've sent instructions on how to die gracefully. Just fuck off, basically. That's unacceptable, man.
Well, from what I think is, no doctors or anyone would go and see her. But when it came time to administer the end of life package, i.e., so she wouldn't eat or drink, but be peaceful whilst your body shuts down. A district nurse could go out 2 or 3 times a day then. Not to administer antibiotics for the week before it, to see if it was just mild pneumonia. No. They could only go out when it was time to kill her.
Yeah, here's the thing, though, man. When you are in a care home, that is an inevitability. That's something that's going to happen. But it's the fact that a GP hasn't looked her in the fucking eyes before making that decision, before administering that. No one's even looked at her.
That's our only problem with it. That's our only problem with it. It might have been her time to go.
We get on really well, I think. I've known you for quite a few years. I've known Graham the last couple of years. I think the world of both of you. I think we get on well because none of us have ever tried to ram our positions or our opinions down the throats of the others. And I'm not going to do it now. There isn't a but moment here. I am going to say, though, there is a depopulation agenda. They want lots of us gone. And this is just one tiny facet of it. This treatment of people, again, once they've gone past their usefulness to the system, when they're contributing in terms of productivity, in terms of work, and in terms of paying their money. And it's rotten. I don't know what to say, really. I don't know what else to say about it. I really don't. I thought you handled it remarkably well. Your approach to it was rational and calm, although you must have been absolutely fucking steaming inside.
Oh yeah, I think Graham got the brunt of it in the daily phone calls. Yeah. He took the brunt of it for me. To be honest, I think he lost his temper before I did.
Yeah, I was very, very angry, extremely angry. But that's how these things go, isn't it? I'd say though, in terms of the depopulation thing, what to me when I look at it, I see a mixture of incompetence, and I see them looking at the resources available and who's going to make the most noise, and they see care homes as the thing they can just turn the back on at this point.
Could it not be argued, though, Graham? Could it not be argued? Yeah, I've said this a million times over the years to people that I've known my entire life who think, why did you leave mainstream media, Richie, to turn into a fucking lunatic? Why did you do that? Could it not be argued that we can't keep going with the incompetence fucking theory? It's not incompetent for a guy to go on television on the night of the 7th of July to say, oh, imagine we were gaming the scenario of the 7th of July bombings. We were gaming it in the same fucking stations. There comes a time when people have to say, no, it's not. No, listen, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm not saying I'm right.
No, I like this. This is why I listen to the show, man.
This is one thing. On this show, Richie, on this show, you don't have to add any disclaimers.
Yeah,
no.
Go for it.
Thing to do, because I don't know for a fact. It's just what I think. It's the right thing to do to say that it could be argued. I don't know any more than Graham. Taking the piss out of Graham earlier on Twitter. I don't know any fucking more than Graham, though.
You know what? I hate Twitter right now. You're the only fun thing on there, mate. Honestly, it's the first time I've smiled on Twitter in a week.
How bad is it going to get now in the next couple? I mean, you know, over the last week, I've had 3 different points of view about this fucking virus. I've had Shiva, what's his surname? Ayyadurai. I mean, this guy's MIT degreed up to the fucking tits, right? So, according to the establishment, he's entitled to his opinion. I've had Chris Busby on. Again, according to the establishment, entitled to his opinion. I've had the lovely chap on from the telecoms engineer. They've all said 3 fucking different things. And I think they're all credible. You know, I don't know what to think. But I think in this exact situation now, and I can see why you have that opinion, but to me, and it's cold and it's fucking horrible, but they just decided we'll let the old folks die because they're not going to make a fuss. It's not being covered. It's apparently not being kept in the thing. I don't see how you get for me, that is evil enough as it is without bringing it into a wider narrative and a wider sort of thing. I can't make that connection. I don't see the line there, you know. Why not though? If they told you that they knew that Saddam Hussein could attack the eastern seaboard of the UK in 45 minutes, and they told you that he had weapons of mass destruction, which he didn't. They knew he didn't because they gave him the weapons that he had to fucking kill or to try and destroy Iran. They told you that, and then they killed 1 million Iraqis, at least 1 million that we know of, and displaced 2 million more. I mean, they fucking do it all the time. So the notion that they would say, once people get past that stage where they can go out to work in our fucking factories and pay our taxes and pay our national insurance, that we want fucking rid of them. Listen, mate, again, I'm not trying to put disclaimers. I genuinely mean this when I say, look, I respect you for not going there, but I went there a long time ago. I fucking know this is what they're doing. I know it.
You know, my take on this sort of thing is, when there are issues like this, I get stick from both sides of the conspiracy theory camp. Nobody take advantage. By the way, don't take offense when I say conspiracy. If you have a theory about a conspiracy, to me, you're a conspiracy theorist. Any negative baggage has got nothing to do with me. I don't care who coined the phrase. It's a very good phrase. If you want to take it that being negative, that's fine.
CIA coined it to
and that's fine.
People who knew that JFK was fucking murdered by his own government.
But to me, they're 2 words combined that actually make perfect sense.
Yeah,
you're someone with a theory about conspiracy. I'm not saying you're full of shit. So, but it's things. I was having a chat with someone today, and they were talking about David Icke. And I said, you know, they said he's got all these great ideas. I said he has. He's you know, on the work ethic, the way people think. He's got some very visionary and excellent material. I said, but the minute he steps outside to the moon is a space station or the lizard thing, it's so easy to discredit him. It's so easy because you go, mental. And that's it. It's finished. Whatever you've said that's good is undone. It's undone. So for me, when we talk about this, I have to focus on what's in front of me. Because if I start going any further than that, immediately, people have got a way of ignoring what's happening and focusing on something that we can't prove or disprove at this point.
It's a trade-off, I suppose. I don't know.
But the thing is, we need people talking about it. As you know, I'll support everything.
Yeah, look, I agree with. Look, I get asked all the time, and of course I do. When I say that, I mean it. Of course I do, because of my background. Why, Richie? 5 years ago, as you know, my friend, I was offered a fuckload of money by a commercial radio station in this country to present their breakfast show. Yes. And I could have done it. And I'd still be
I remember.
And I thought, nah, fuck it. Like, these are the things that you ought to be talking about. And these are the things that you believe. Yeah, look, David, who I have an enormous amount of time for. Obviously, the Queen is a lizard thing. I'm not going to join you on the moon as a space station, though, because I don't know what the fuck the moon is. I know that didn't NASA start throwing things at the moon some years ago,
and it was hollow,
and it fucking rang.
I think it was just when
on its own, isn't it? But look,
it's when David said to me it was Satan's spaceship.
Who said that?
When we were sat in that little office together when I first met you and David, the People's Voice, and he said, "Well, you do realize it was a spaceship Satan used to come from another dimension." At which point I went, "No, and I don't actually know that, David."
Last answer.
I think he was yanking your chain when he said that. I think he was saying that just to wind you up. Because I lived with the man. He never said anything about Satan's fucking spaceship.
It was probably a new one.
The first time I met you, Richie,
with Saturn and communication and stuff like that. I think the moon in David's theory has got something to do with the hologram. That's what he believes. And I respect that he believes that. Do I believe
what he wants?
I haven't a fucking clue, to be honest. But
I do have. It's that there's certain things I do understand. You know, a lot of the 5G conspiracies. Yeah. What we're seeing is people acting on information they have, which isn't proof at this point, and burning things down. But we're seeing them burn 4G towers down as well because they don't know the difference. And so part of me understands people. We've got to chill this out a bit because at this time, especially when everyone's really highly strung to fuck, and you know, a time that's so ripe for any conspiracy theory right now. It's the most pregnant time. For those with what's going on. You know, you could literally use this to show evidence of anything you like. And people are and going a little beyond, and then we're seeing action at this point. Even if there was something in 5G, going out and burning down the towers is just going to turn the rest of the population against you anyway. So it's always a dilemma, isn't it? It's always a dilemma. We want people to be free to say anything, but we got to make sure sometimes they say it in a manner that doesn't encourage morons to go and do something stupid. You know, and it's very difficult. You know yourself. It's very hard not to incite. You know, it's really difficult.
That opens up a whole can of worms. I don't think we're going to get into this tonight, but you know what responsibility is borne by the broadcast.